Good afternoon. It is Tuesday and as you can see I'm really busy blowing balloons up. It's Millie's birthday tomorrow. So I'm just doing a bit of birthday prep. I've wrapped all the presents this morning. Well, first off I went to Asda and got a few extra bits. I got a cake, a birthday cake. I got her some buns to take into school, a card, a badge. And I was going to go to the card factory and pick up a couple of helium balloons, and then I thought, you know what, I'm going to do that thing that I've seen where you buy the little glue dots and you stick them into the ceiling and you put the curly ribbon on, so it looks, you've got the effect of the helium balloons, but obviously it's a lot cheaper. I think a pack of 15 balloons from Asda was about 75 pence or something like that. Highly recommend getting a balloon pump. One of the best purchases I've ever bought, if I'm honest. It's awful blowing balloons up, isn't it? Yourself, you end up with that horrible aching in your neck. So yeah, she's excited about her birthday, but we had a bit of upset this morning. She really did not want to go into school. The teacher's off poorly, and she was crying and clinging to me, which has never happened ever. And it was quite upsetting because I had to literally just peel her off me and sort of leave her with the teaching assistant, which was hard. Even after 4 kids and even knowing that, you know, she's probably going to be fine once she's settled down, it's still hard. And to be honest, I can't do this one up. The end of this term can't come quick enough, really. That's it, that's the last one. It's not been made much easier because I've got a really bad cut on my finger. Cut it with the blade of the food processor on Sunday. It was really, really sore, and that just happens to be the finger that you need when you're tying a knot in the balloons. So I'm going to get my ribbon. I'm going to pop them all over the table in the morning and put all the presents out on the table. Not sure how long they want to be. Maybe that will do. I want them all the same, kind of the same. And the thing is, where can I hide 15 balloons? That's going to be the issue. Yeah, if you imagine those glued to the ceiling, just the little glue dots, I think that's going to look really cute. It's absolutely red hot today. Should be sunning myself in the garden. I've got my sons coming over tomorrow for Millie's birthday. They're coming over for their tea, and I'm also having a day out tomorrow with my dad, taking him to Costco. He used to be a butcher by trade when he was very young, when he first left school at 14, 15 it was back then, because my dad is 82 now, he'll be 83 this year, and so his idea of a good day out is to go and look at meat. So I'm taking him to Costco so he can see he's heard all about it, and yeah, the only thing is he doesn't have a bank card, he doesn't know how to use a bank card, but I said don't worry because everything, I've got to pay for everything anyway, so you can just do me a bank transfer afterwards, it's no problem. So yeah, and I'm hoping maybe I'll be able to pick up a few bits as well for our little tea. I know they do platters and things, salads. Might get some big trays of tacos last time, that might be a good one to get. We're not doing anything fancy, just some burgers or something like that. So yeah, that's about it from me today, but I'll catch up with you later. Good morning, it is Tuesday. I first of all do apologise for the odd angle. It was the only way that I could get my phone recording in this holder that I've got in landscape mode without getting all this like what do you call it, this part of the dash in the way. So yeah, you'll have to just hold your phone at a funny angle. It's Millie's birthday, bless her. She had a little bit of a wobble this morning on the way into school. Yesterday she wasn't happy at all. She got really upset on the way into school, mainly because her teacher was ill, and I thought we were going to have the same this morning, but thankfully her teacher's back today. So she went in all smiles. She took a load of buns for her classmates, which was nice. I'm on my way to pick up my dad now. He lives in Sheffield, and it's about a 45-minute run, I would say, but it's pretty much all motorway. And I'm going to take him to Costco. Now we're fairly new Costco members. We went once, I think, just before Christmas, maybe it was longer than that, but we've not been back since. But my dad, he used to be a butcher by trade. I think I'm repeating myself here from yesterday, but yeah, he said, oh, I've heard some good things about all the meat that they have, you can get all the big trays of meat and stuff. So I said to him that I would take him with me one day. So I wouldn't have been going normally, but I thought, it's a good opportunity to spend some time with my dad, which I never do, like one-on-one, like ever. Like, it's never just us. So my mum's still recovering from her operation, so it's just going to be me and my dad. So yeah, going to go and pick him up, go and look at some meat, and then come back. And probably by the time I come back and I've taken him back home again, it's probably pretty much going to be time for the school pickup again. I've got my eldest too. They've said they're coming for the tea, but being entirely honest, they're not the most reliable people, and I'm just hoping that they're not going to let me down, because I will not be happy if they do, because they've got no excuses. So yeah, I've tried to message them, but again, it's like, if I get a response, I'd be lucky, kind of thing. So I don't know what it is with them. I don't know. Kids these days just seem to be so wrapped up in their own little world, what they're doing. I don't know. I'll keep an open mind and hopefully they will come. But yeah, it's another gorgeous day. It's like saying 21 degrees. It feels hotter than that, but probably menopause is to blame as much as anything for that. And yeah, no rain forecast for the foreseeable. In fact, I think I've seen it's going to hit like 28 to 30 degrees over the weekend, which will be, wow, that'll be hot. But I need to get prepared for it, because apparently when I go to Dubai in August, it's going to be like in the 40s. So yeah, I need to start acclimatising myself, I think. So yeah, while I'm in Costco, I'm gonna have a look and see what like food there is. I was thinking, because the boys are coming tonight, we've got a few extra mouths to feed. I was thinking like just getting like a big pizza, and then I'm sure last time I went I saw like some trays with like nachos and things. They do a lot for catering, don't they? So I think I might see if I can get something along those lines, which will be nice. So yeah, that's about it from me now. Millie's only opened a few of her presents. She didn't open all of them. And I said to her, what is the best present you've opened so far? And without a doubt, she didn't even have to think about it. She said, oh, my Squid Game costume. Now, there's a little story behind this. She's not watched Squid Games, obviously, because it's not age appropriate. But she has watched the Squid Games, The Challenge on Netflix. So she kind of knows what the premise of it is. But the one on Netflix is like a reality show. And she likes that, that scary doll that says like red light, green light. She likes that doll. So I managed to find a Squid Games doll, like dressing up costume in her size on Vinted. Now I wouldn't normally buy second-hand things for a birthday, but and when I told Phil, he sort of turned his nose up, because he won't even entertain anything from a charity shop. He's a bit funny like that. But I sent for this dress. Didn't get a chance to wash it because I couldn't put it out on the line without ever seeing it, but she's absolutely over the moon with it. I think it cost me like a £5 or something like that. And she's saying, yeah, that's a favourite present so far. So you know, it just goes to show you, like kids, you can, initially we were talking about buying her a new iPad because she's just using like an old one of mine from 2012, and that would have cost us like obviously hundreds, and at the end of the day the thing that she's most happy with is a £5 second-hand costume off Vinted. So yeah, lesson learned. So yeah, I'm on the M18 now, heading, I don't know, south to Sheffield. Am I heading south? I think so. This is one of the things I used to get confused about when I worked in the police, because the M18 actually like runs east to west, and so when people used to ring up, I used to have to ask them like which carriageway, is it a northbound carriageway or the southbound carriageway? It's very confusing. But yeah, stay on the M18 and then stay on here for a good few miles, then onto the M1, and then my mum and dad live probably about, I don't know, 3 or 4 miles from the M1 junction. So yeah, I'll see if I can do a bit of recording in Costco as well. Good morning, it is Friday morning. I'm just on my break from work, from my dinner break. I'm not sure what's going on with my hair. I popped some rosemary oil on it last night because we are off out tonight, so I'm going to be washing it, but yeah, it's not the best hairstyle, is it? It looks really weird. Yeah, so Millie's birthday was on Wednesday. We had a lovely time. Boys came. The youngest one was a little bit quiet because he's recently split up with his girlfriend, but the eldest one messaged me afterwards and said how much he'd enjoyed it, and you know, really need to make more of an effort because it makes so much of a difference to Millie. The next day she was upset and she said she wished it was her birthday again, and when I asked her why, it wasn't because of the presents or anything like that. She said, oh, it's because my brothers came to see me. And so I told them that and said, you know, we really need to make more of an effort for you to come over and visit, because otherwise it's like she's an only child. But yeah, we had a good time. Oh, there's another dog up here. Just put him on his lead. So sorted out the dodgy hairdo as well. Where was I? I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, we're off to a leaving do tonight. It's the guy who runs the gym that me and Phil go to. He's decided to sell the Doncaster gym because he's got another one in Leeds. It's just too much trying to manage both gyms. The do is at like a bit of an old-fashioned pub kind of thing. And it's going to be red hot, so not sure what I'm wearing yet, but looking forward to catching up with everyone. I don't know if the night will take a turn for what I'm trying to say is I don't know whether they're all going to town afterwards and whether we will do that. I don't think we will, because we're planning on doing parkrun again tomorrow. Millie's stopping at Renovations tonight, so yeah, I don't know, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, it's been a lovely week, and promises to be a lovely weekend too. And any other updates for you? Just trying to think. Oh, we've got a guy in doing the worktops today in the kitchen. The kitchen is just absolute carnage. We took all the old worktops off, and you can see when the worktops have come off, you can look down the back of the cupboards and the state that the builders had left it in. Behind one cupboard there was sawdust that was 12 inches deep, piled up. It was literally halfway up the back of the cupboard. And well, the cupboards are sealed around the bottom. They're not like sealed with silicone, it's just got the kickboards to the floor. And it just makes me wonder, you know, like when you're stomping around in the kitchen, how much of that dust is coming out. So I've had to get the hoover hose. Well, I tried to lean over first of all with a dustpan to get as much of it up as I could, because I didn't want to knacker my hoover up, but managed to get it, you know, get it all out. But there was all sorts of rubbish behind there. It just, I know you can't see it, but it just bugs me that they've got no, you know, how much effort would it take just to stick it in the skip, or I don't know. So yeah, we've got no sink in the kitchen. Luckily we've got a utility room so we can use that sink, but obviously no worktop, so we sort of like, you know, just making do at the moment. She said she was going to email today and let me know what time he was coming today, but it'll probably be afternoon, but I've not had an email yet. I'm really hoping that they do come, because you know, can't survive for very long without any kitchen, any workable kitchen. So yeah, I'm looking forward after that being done, I think it's just going to brighten the whole space up, make everything look, you know, fresher and whiter, because it does look very gloomy at the moment with the dark grey units. And yeah, just look at this view behind me. So it's 10:27. Done 3,000 steps this morning. That's just from this walk. Probably be around about 5,500 by the time I get home. So yeah, that's it for now. I'll update you when the kitchen's been done. I'll show you what it looks like. I am a terrible vlogger. I'm so sorry for the silence, shall we say. Saturday morning I'm at parkrun again. There's just me and Phil here today because we went out last night and Millie went to an nan's. So we thought we'd get up and do a parkrun, which I'm not sure is a great idea after a night out. Didn't have a lot to drink. I think I had 3 glasses of wine, and then we went for a curry, a sit-down curry, so that we went to bed a little bit later as well. And I checked my weather app, and it's actually saying that the weather now is 24 degrees, and it's 8:30 in the morning. So yeah, I think we're going to run together, and I hate to say it, it pains me to say it in fact, but Phil's actually getting faster than me now. There was a time when I was the fastest, and since he's lost weight and been exercising more, I don't think I'm going to be able to keep up with him today. I'm going to try it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to keep up with him. I'll show you this park behind me. There's a lovely little lake, boating lake. So yeah, it's a bit quieter than normal. I think a lot of people will be put off by the sun because it's not great to run when it's sort of like really hot. And back home, I will show you when we get back home. I have left absolute carnage. The worktops have been done, but we've got no sink, we've got no gas hob, and I think we're actually going to have to get a gas engineer out to come and fiddle with the gas pipe. So the dishwasher's not plumbed in. That Phil needs to change the copper pipe on that one as well. So, and obviously where he's taken the upstands off, because this worktop's only 20mm and the laminate one was thicker, it means that the upstands, there's sort of like a couple of inches above them that's not been painted from where we decorated. And where the old upstands came off, it's left like silicone and stuff. So before I can even start cleaning the worktops and putting stuff away, I've got to go around and sand all the walls above the upstands and paint them. The cupboards underneath are full of sawdust. We've still got the party balloons up. The dining table, you cannot see it. It's got dirty pots on it because we've got nowhere to wash. Well, we have got somewhere to wash up in the utility room, but you can't even get to the sink in there at the moment. So that's what I'm doing when I get home. Phil's going to go to his mum's. He's got some little jobs that she wants doing, so he's going to do that. And yeah, I'll check in with you later, let you know how we get on. Well, that was officially horrible, absolutely horrible, hence me lying down in a field full of duck shit. But that's only the second time I've run since before my operation. And I've only run on a handful of occasions this year, so I think actually I'll have done really well time-wise. Phil set off, and pretty soon I couldn't keep up with him, but then as it happened, just near the second lap, he ended up pulling up and stopping because he got a niggle in his hamstring, and he's got another one of those hybrid events in July, so we didn't want to cause any long-standing injuries that were going to, you know, prevent him from doing that. So it must be around about 9:30 now. And we're going to cross the road shortly to pick up our click and collect from Sainsbury's. And I'm back home to sort that kitchen out after I've recovered and cooled down. Proud of myself though. Proud of myself. So here are the worktops, and this is the state of the kitchen at the moment. Don't know quite where to start. Still got the balloons up, the old sink there, the drawers. I can't put the gas hob back in because this worktop's thinner than the laminate one. You can see that gas pipe at the back, just there. needs shortening, which obviously needs a gas engineer to do. We're going to have to tile that bit, and then all along here, again, this is because the worktops are thinner. This is where the old upstands came to, and this is all silicone. So before I can paint it, I've got to somehow get all this silicone off. Yeah. Phil's just nipped out to get an elbow because he needs to plumb the sink in. We've just put our old tap back on. We were going to go and buy a tap, but we thought, you know what, there's actually nothing wrong with that tap. We might as well reuse it. Dishwasher's not plumbed in yet. Got blowtorch on the floor. The floor is absolutely filthy. I'm having to do my washing up in here. I mean, this is, hello buddy. This is reality for you. No, I'm doing my washing up in here. This is where we keep Buddy's bed and everything. But the whole house just feels a complete state, and I don't function well when things are messy. So wish me luck.